Hey guys, what's going on? Today is day 9 of my 365-day walk through the Bible. Um, we are going to go through Hebrews chapter 4, verses 1 through. I'm going to go ahead and do the end of the chapter, of course. I think we've actually read part of the chapter, which actually till chapter 16, or verse 16, sorry. It talks. It's kind of interesting because it talks a lot about the rest. We've talked about the way God has led us and the way that He has taught people to follow Him. Through Christ, He's come down and I've talked a lot about judgment and things. But truly, when you accept Christ and you truly are embraced by Him, and you're truly actually able to call yourself a Christian or a son and daughter of God, in that aspect, you enter into a rest, which is described actually in Genesis, which apparently I didn't know this until tonight, that this is the only time this particular word is being used, which is Sabbath, in the Bible. Apparently, I didn't know that. I'm going to have to do some more research and make sure it's actually true, but it's kind of neat. Apparently, the writer of Hebrews coined this, and it's kind of a neat little thing to figure that we actually use that in everyday language now. Sunday's a Sabbath day, which they celebrated on Saturday, but, whatever. It depends on what belief you're in, what kind of Christian faith or something like that. Seventh-day Adventists, they do it on Saturday. Baptists and Catholics and a lot of, like Pentecostals and stuff do it on Sunday because they remember the resurrection. Christ died on Friday. He was risen again on Sunday, and things like that. It talks in this scripture about the Israelites and how they didn't enter into a rest. It's talking more about the scriptures the Israelites pre 40-year wandering. Talking about when Moses was in power, or not in power, but when he was leading them. When Joshua took over, they went into the promised land, which was a kind of rest. It wasn't the ultimate rest. That's the rest they're talking about. It's talking about the ultimate rest, the calmness that you can get by realizing that your God has everything in control. It's kind of weird because if you keep reading through the scripture, probably I think it's around verse 6 or 7. It talks about, do not hesitate. Do not wait until tomorrow. Let's do this today, because pure and simple, we don't know when we're going to die. Become restful in God now, not tomorrow, not, hey, once I get everything right, I'll come and I'll join, or I'll come and I'll become part of that faith. Do it now. Number one, you'll never be actually ready. I'm a Christian. I've been a Christian for many years. I've been a Christian for 8. I'm 27 now. I've been a Christian for almost 19 years now. It's been an interesting ride. And the fact that I am still constantly trying to become a better Christian, to become a better person in general. Hey, before this year, I didn't really actually have a quick, quiet time every morning. Now I am. Now I'm trying to, not to say that's the only way to become a better Christian, but if you are in, and it talks about this in some of my commentaries I read, if you're in the Bible constantly and you're trying to at least spend a little time in it each day, you become more knowledgeable, more based in that, so that every time something goes on, you can snap to a judgment and be able to take on that part, instead of saying something that's completely off kilter and not biblical at all, like some of the things I've said in the past. And some of my pastor friends, preacher friends, and fellow Christians have said. But anyways, I challenge you to enter into a rest, a Sabbath, that God truly is that rest. As a human being, you cannot do it yourself. I want to genuinely seek out God every day of my life. I want to genuinely become part of that rest. Tomorrow, we're going to step more into this. We're going to step into a new chapter in my book that I'm reading. We're going to step into a new chapter in Hebrews. Come along with me. Let's see how this works out, and let's go further into the scripture. Thank you. Grace and peace.